Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our final quarterfinal matchup. Dean Bear sitting courtside with me is Mr. Matt Miller. Matt, so this will be your third match?
Correct.
This is our final quarterfinal match. So the winner will take on Sam Murray. Our first semifinal set later on today, 3 p.m. Jake Bredenbeck against Andres Acuna should be a good match.
It should be. It should be contrasting styles, and it'll be interesting to see. Of course, down here at Lifetime Fitness in Fridley, Minnesota, it's free to come in and enjoy the matches. Some of the best racquetball players in the world against some of our locals. We've kind of whittled it down to the IRT guys now, but it's fun racquetball.
Well, it went literally according to seed. We were at 1 to 8 into the quarterfinals. It was seeded correctly.
Wait a minute. What? Are you trying to say that you know what you're doing?
No. It has nothing to do with me. It's the players.
I know. I get it.
The better players win. Now, this match is extremely interesting because we were saying before we have 4 of the top 52 play. We don't. We have 5. Sam Bredenbeck's ranked 23. He's a higher seed than Jordi Alonso. So this is 4 versus 5. It's usually the most interesting of the quarterfinal matchups, and it has the option is there for the 5 seed to win.
Absolutely, and it's definitely going to be a tough one for either of them to advance past this. I mean, they're both phenomenal players. I know Jordi doesn't play as much on tour, so he's a little bit of that unknown factor. I don't know if these two have ever played against each other.
I don't know. I didn't pull up the head-to-head. I could do that. But we have Birthday Boy Bredenbeck.
That's
today.
right.
Birthday Boy Bredenbeck taking on Jordi Alonso, and this should be pretty good. Let's see.
I know some of the local people were reminding Jordi that it's Sam's birthday and not to ruin it. So we'll see. We'll see if he follows suit with that, or if he comes here to do what he came here to do, which is win the tournament. So this is the next step in that.
I think they all want to win the tournament. No?
Correct. I would agree with that. But
So-
you never know. He might have a soft spot and lay down for him. I don't think so either.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. So these guys never played on IRT. That doesn't mean they didn't play on a WRT event or something along those lines. But Jordi Alonso literally only has 10 IRT matches under his belt, and he's at 4 and 6. Sam Bredenbeck is 12 wins, 15 losses, so he's at 27 matches prior to this event starting.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so this is shaping up to be a really good match. I know on paper, as we were setting up the tournament, this is one that I kind of put a star next to, that I wanted to make sure if it got to this, if the seeds fell as they should, which they did, and this is definitely one that I had on my schedule to watch.
Yeah, you talked earlier about a player that you didn't know, and this is the only one,
Yeah.
Jordi Alonso.
Yep.
And you're gonna get a front hand view. He's very athletic. He comes, he has a pretty good racquetball IQ. He plays at a good level. He's 6'3". Sam Murray, he's not short. He's at 6 foot, but he's from San Luis Potosí, Mexico, which is a hotbed of racquetball. Paolo Longoria, Daniel De La Rosa, Andre and Jessica Padilla, Eduardo Portillo. All these guys play from the same city. Just think of that, Matt.
I couldn't even imagine what the pickup games would have been like there.
Tuesday afternoon games are.
Yeah,
right?
That's a pretty good start to get a side out. And you mentioned Eduardo Portillo, and there's a lot of similarities. I mean, you look at the body style and kind of the way they carry themselves, and so we'll see what we got going here. Mr. Bredenbeck is I'm pretty sure he doesn't like that ceiling ball he just left as a plum.
No, we saw in the last match, I mean, John Goff, he played amazing in game number 1, but just game 2, he ran out of gas.
Yep.
He really did.
Yeah, it's like we've talked about a couple times already here, that just the different levels of this game, and John Goff is absolutely no slouch whatsoever, but it just goes to show you the talent of somebody like a Sam Murray, and pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to say hi to Diego Gattaca, is a star giver. Thank you so much. Jack Goldberg giving us some more stars. Jack, a huge supporter of the International Racquetball Tour. He's a friend of the tour at our Tier 1s. If you want to be a friend of the tour in our Tier 1s, and that's to help not only the broadcast out, the referee system out, people donate and they become friends of the tour, and Jack Goldberg is one of them. So thank you so much, guys. And here we are in game number 1. Looks like a screen serve. Front wall, side wall, kill shot not called. Players played it.
Yep, he looked like he had him guessing going to the right, but it came off that back wall, and he was able to make the adjustment. I mean, I think that's going to be the key in this, is keep that ball from coming off the back wall. I mean, these guys are so long and athletic, and they'll just kill you if you consistently do that.
That looked like a good get there by Jordi Alonso. Nice, and there's another key. I was talking to Sam Bredenbeck yesterday when we were doing setups when they were saying how some of the balls were, really flying off the back wall. I said, it's interesting. One of the best shots in racquetball for doubles is a wide angle pass, and in singles here, it might be working. And there he just gave him one, where the ball just touches that side wall slightly behind your opponent, and ricochets to the middle, and no return from Alonso. Good pickup here. Even though Sam does not play here on a regular, he's from this area. He's extremely used to these courts. This is all new area for Jordi Alonso.
Correct. I mean, again, the cement walls. It's a fast court, and that's kind of the thing that I've heard a bunch of times from the guys. So if you're not used to that, it takes a little bit of, I mean, that just, again, goes to show you how good they are and how much of pros they are, that they can make that adjustment on the fly. Us average guys,
we can't do that.
No.
From here, I could do it.
Yeah.
From out here.
Yeah, this game's really easy from out here. I know exactly what to do.
That's 2 Z serves and 2 skips in by birthday boy, Sam Bredenbeck. I mean, what we're seeing is, some of these players here in Minnesota. You got a great bunch of guys playing racquetball, and we're in the Minnesota Racquetball Hall of Fame tournament.
Yeah, Jordy's off to a quick start here. I mean, that was a beautiful shot. Sam's got to figure out something to do with that Z serve. That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work. So now it's Sam's turn to see if he can't find a serve to give Jordy a little trouble with. Yeah, it's a great tournament. Our Hall of Fame tournament, we're really lucky to have people from multiple states and countries, obviously, with being an IRT stop. You mentioned where Jordy's from. Andre Sacuna, Costa Rica. Sam Murray, he's up in maple syrup country, Canada, along with Michael Ledoux, who came down with him. And on the amateur side, we got people driving from Nebraska and Iowa and South Dakota and Wisconsin, and so it's kind of fun. We really enjoy having everybody over here.
Now we got 17 people in the pro draw. This draw also drops down to an open division so that some of these guys can get their taste. What is the consensus? Having these higher level guys here, because you can clearly see that the seats, even though they're quarterfinal matches, these seats are full on a Sunday afternoon. I'm very interested to see how they are for the semifinals, and not only doubles tomorrow and finals. Yeah,
it'll be crazy. I know from talking with some of the locals. Obviously, we have some favorites. The Bredenbeck boys, they're natural favorites, correct? They're local kids, and but just to see a guy like Sam Murray. And now there's Jordi Alonso. I mean, they're big human beings, and they're flying around that court, and it's pretty interesting to see that. And I know everyone's super excited to see it, and I'm way behind on the score, I bet you.
Yeah.
– 3-6, I believe he said it is. So we're going to give Alonso one, and I'll give Sam a couple. Again, for those of you who have never seen what these guys do during a tournament, you can't, there's so much stuff going on. 4-6. I'm kind of getting back on it. And Dean's got his phone going. He's got Starbucks,
I got people texting me, asking me, hey, how do we get a smaller level IRT tournament with the broadcast?
So that's a good question. How do you do that?
You do. You contact Dean and Pablo, and we make it happen. One of the things good, is, again, bringing some of these lower level tournaments is we're able to see guys like, Jordi Alonso, Sam Bredenbeck in high-level matches that you don't get to see. You're not seeing them at a Tier 1 quarterfinal match.
Correct. So, and sometimes those are the better matches, truthfully,
Correct. Well, we have some round of 32 matches where, we never used to stream them, and now thanks to the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, they sponsor the IRT so that we stream. That's a flat rollout in the corner by Sam Bredenbeck.
With no regard.
Nothing. I tell you, Sam really elevated his game at the U.S. Nationals last year in Iowa when he was playing doubles. He was playing some amazing ball. He really was controlling the shots. I know that Jake, the bigger brother, is the better player, but I said on the broadcast, I said, if you don't know his name, you do now.
That's right.
His name is Sam.
That's right, 100%. Yeah. But back to your question about how you get an IRT thing. Some of the ways you do it, you can see on the broadcast there. Look at all those names of those people on that front wall. Without the generosity of sponsors and tireless efforts behind the scenes from the tournament committee, and in our case, we happen to have I like to call our own little secret weapon, ace in the hole, and Karen Bredenbeck, who really worked tirelessly to get this going, but that looked like it skipped in. Yeah. And that's how you do it. I mean, it's...
Yeah, and if you got a sponsor that normally gives you $1,000 for a tournament because he likes racquetball, well, and you bring in the broadcast, nothing to say because now he's got a commercial, now he's got his name on the wall, we got people watching, we're going to have probably about, 20,000 views for this tournament as a whole, post-production. Now the guy's willing to maybe give you a little more. Swing and a miss by Jordi Alonso there.
Well, correct, and just take a look around, all the people that are here watching, and I mean those are the real heroes of racquetball. The people, when you see those stickers on the walls, the people who are sponsoring these tournaments, whether it's our tournament or tournament in your local town, all that stuff. I mean that's how we can continue to keep this going.
It's still 6-6.
I thought we got 7-6. Did I miss? I thought he just skipped that in.
Yeah, I don't know who served.
Sam did.
Wow, that's a flat
We're going to see right here what he says. Like 7-6. See? You didn't know I could see into the future.
Score's perfect now.
Okay, we might have one of the rare sightings. Oh, look at that guy. No. One of the rare sightings. I just happened to look up and I see Big Canada Sam Murray, and he's actually talking to people. What is going on with this?
Well, again, what you're seeing too is that even the higher level players, they're a little more relaxed. There's an ace into the corner. They're a little more relaxed on an event like this. And a Tier 1, they're playing. Their mind's different. Their body's different. They travel different. So, again, fans can see the players in a little different light. And we saw John Goff before. We saw Lee Miners. He played Jake Bredenbeck, and he didn't play that well. And you know what? It might have to do with, it's a tournament. And
wow, what
the
a
broadcast
rally.
Is here also.
Yeah.
And that's get pressure. What a great rally. The crowd likes it.
Yep, absolutely. That was back and forth action. No, I joke about Sam Murray not talking, but let's be honest. The guy's pretty quiet.
Yeah.
But like you said, I mean, it is. And I really hope that all these professionals that are here are enjoying this, because I don't know if you happen to see earlier all these little kids that are running around, chasing them around, and just wanting to talk to them, and every one of these kids are more than accommodating to them, and that speaks volumes, and that just goes such a long way to helping keep our sport growing and how to get that next generation going. I mean,
you got a lot of juniors here. It's excellent.
Yep.
Good sealing ball off the back wall. Set up. Jordi makes him pay down the line.
Meanwhile, we're doing all this talking, and we got a heck of a battle going in here. 8-8.
Yep. Enough about the sponsors.
Yeah,
enough
there we
about
go.
the tiers. Let's go. Beautiful shot into the corner, swing and a miss, point number 9. Jordi Alonso. This was similar to Sam Murray and John Goff. They were at 9-9, 9-8 in game number 1, and then Sam really just jumped out to put his foot on the gas.
Yeah, this is kind of what I've noticed from a layman's area.
Thought it was good.
What do we call? What's the call? Oh, look at
The
see
ref
what
called
Jordy
it
just
good.
did.
Yeah, because I mean he's got guys in front of him over here, Sam Murray and Jake, that were like, hey, we're short, so that he's not going to play second serve.
No,
mind you, he's
yeah.
going to take 2.
Yep, but you know what? He didn't have to,
No.
and that's exactly my point earlier. To if you watched any of my goofy videos, the fireside chats, it's
Sam
unfortunate.
was all over that ball.
Yep, and it was Jordy was a name that I didn't know, and the more I get to know this kid, the more I like him. I mean, he didn't have to give that back because the ref called it, but he did. So Sam, he's got it right now. This is that dangerous spot in the game where you can let it get away from you. You gotta buckle down and
There's a setup.
Yeah.
All right, Jordy's going.
Try to
cross court again. Skipped it in.
Look, it skipped right off his racket. 11-8. See, this is where Sam, you should think about timeout. Might not be a bad thing right now. Stop the momentum a little bit. Try to get back and refocus.
That's going to be a replay. That's a bounce. That hits the floor, then goes out of play. That's hashtag just a replay. Pro tournament, ladies and gentlemen. 1 timeout, each player.
Yeah,
Great
see.
rip down the line. Now you're going to see the timeout.
Are we going to see it? Or is he going
You
to try to
should.
battle through it? Yeah, he
I mean,
should.
You would think at 12 it's coming. He's slowing the pace down, and there's the timeout.
There it goes.
Timeout, ladies and gentlemen. They'll take a break. We will too. We'll be back right here on IRT Live.
I think one of the biggest things about Gearbox is just the quality and the reliability of their product. I know that no matter what I do, whatever product I choose, whatever racket I choose, I'm going to like it no matter what. It's something that's very comforting as a player to have a very consistent product in your hand every single practice session, match, after match. It's just really nice to have. My name is Bobby Horn. Don't make a mistake. Get yourself an M40 right now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sam back on the court. Dean Baer courtside with Matt Miller. Matt, interesting game number 1.
Yeah, it's going good. I got a question for you.
Okay.
Regarding, we talked right about this, about time to do timeouts and maybe stop the momentum at that crucial part. And I was just thinking of something. So is it possible or is it legal for a player in between the first and second serve to ask for a timeout? Have you ever seen that?
I have not. I don't know if I've ever seen it not that I recall, but I know it is possible. Players can call a timeout. What they're probably hoping for is that the referee doesn't remember the second serve.
Yeah, or the guy serving and he tries to go for the ace serve and hits it short or long or whatever. Yeah, it'd be an interesting concept if someone tried it.
So time in. Jordi Alonso serving 12-8. That's into the corner. Set up off the side wall. Ooh.
Oh, it looked like it.
Sam was looking for a 2-bounce get. Didn't call it. I thought he got it, actually.
There you go.
But there's a flatty.
Wow.
Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, his name is Sam. What
That's
a
right.
shot. That was
S-A-M.
absolutely fantastic shot. And it took a set to take that shot. You know that.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was-
Oh, yeah. You ain't playing around. I know. I mean, the athleticism. We've talked about that several times. I know. I've never had the pleasure of golfing with him, but I understand that Mr. Sam is quite the golfer too. So it doesn't surprise me that he'd have a smooth swing like that.
Skipped in. Want to say, hola, Alan Alonso. I think that's Jordy's brother. Hola, Alan. ¿Cómo estás? That looked like a screen. Come off the back wall. Set up. Kill shot down the line.
See, so far so good with that timeout. That he's got back in 2 quick points, got a side out and 2 quick points. So let's hope he can keep that momentum going.
You know, his coach and brother was helping him in that timeout. Sometimes, you know, maybe he's not giving him technical advice. He's just giving him the rah-rah advice that's needed. Like, hey, this is your court. You played here 100 times. Just go in there and make like it's me and you.
Correct.
You know, maybe brings the guard down or something.
Yep, just kind of grounds him, you know. I mean, there's something about familiar faces which, you know, kind of helps you out when, there we go with those crazy around the world stuff. Whoa, he just got a haircut. Uh-oh.
Behind the back. Wow, diving no get. Alonso back into the service box at 12-10. Excellent rally. Towel timeout sponsored by
somebody.
Zurich Foundation. They sponsor the IRT towel timeout.
There we go.
Constructing people, building houses. It might be the other way around. Building houses, constructing people.
There you go. Something like that.
I don't. This is tier 3. I don't bring the notes. This is, you know, this is vacation.
Oh, I gotcha. Well,
constructing people, building houses, building relationships. Now I need to pull it up because it's annoying me.
You better pull it up. Correct. Either way, it's Zurich Foundation.
Big help.
See what we go. See if Sam can hold him off and get back in the service box. And just like that. Uh-oh. Sam's biggest fan is here. Karen Bredenbeck just showed up in the house.
She's been here. She brought some sort of soup. I'm pretty excited to taste it, to be honest. Plus, I'm freezing.
What is going on with you?
It was so funny walking out of the hotel today. Jordy and Acuna, we gave them a ride, and Pablo, we're walking on ice.
Yeah. Yeah,
they didn't know what to do.
Freezing rain last night, so that was a little bit of a challenge this morning. Look at that. The speed these guys have. It's pretty incredible. Jordy's back in the box at 12-10.
That's a really good serve. How do they call it? Both of them are looking for short.
What's the ref's call?
The ref made no call, which leads me to believe he thinks it was good.
And then Sam stopped playing and they finished it.
They kind of both played but didn't. Constructing athletes, building people. See, it's nothing. It's nothing about houses, but interesting. Pablo confused me. Nice. Look at that around the world serve.
Well, with
wrap. Didn't fool him.
Nope.
Good adjustment.
What was that saying again? Let's see if you can do it without your nose.
Constructing athletes, building people.
There you go. Hey, there's no reason for the facts to get in the way of our story.
No, everyone's eating all this soup and no one brought any.
No one brought you any.
Sam goes with his own.
Come on, buddy.
Ooh. That skipped in. That
close.
rolls. That was sidewall, roll, front wall. Here we go. 13-10. This might be tough. But here's a nice little setup off the back wall. Sam is right there between the legs. Another setup. Sam Bredenbeck skipped it in.
That's unfortunate. Got a little bit of a run off the sidewall.
He had 2 opportunities there. But game point number 1, Jordy Alonso drives to the forehand. Short ball.
Short call.
Well, they're doing it over, so I'm going to assume, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for sending us some stars. Appreciate it. Wow, what a shot from Sam Bredenbeck.
Wow.
He ripped that so aggressive. I like the aggressive play against a player like Jordy Alonso.
Yeah, I wonder where he learned that shot. I might have seen Big Brother do that over-the-shoulder front pinch. Whack. Oh, well, I guess that'll work too, right?
It's just straight in.
Yeah.
Flat. about an inch, maybe a half an inch off the floor for a nice little rollout. Match point number 2, game point number 2, I should say. Set up off the back wall. Pinch.
Oh, that's trouble.
Right back to him.
Oh.
Wow, good adjustment. Way to take some off it.
Well, sometimes it's not about how hard you hit it, but you hit it where they ain't.
Yeah, players got to take notice of that. 10-14, so held off game point twice now. Short serve. Such a contrast between the two brothers, not only in style of play, but they look nothing alike.
I think
broken ball.
So here's a question for you.
Another one?
Interesting. Yes, another one for you. It'd be interesting to ask some of these tour players that too. So in a situation like this, you're sitting up there, you're Sam Bredenbeck, 10-14. You know you got to try to keep digging away at it. What's the mentality? Are you nervous? Are you?
That's going to be, each individual is going to be 100 times different. I mean, I seen Andre Perea hold off Kane Waslinchuk like 11 match points in a row.
Wow.
So what do you think? I think you just have to, and again, saying each player is different. Some players just got to say, I just need to side out. Yep. But now Sam's in the box saying, I just got to get 1 point.
Yep.
He can't worry about getting 5 with that serve. I would have let that wrap around. I really would have taken that with a backhand.
Yep. There goes the primal scream. That's something him and his
Timeout,
brother.
Jordi Alonso. This is good. This is his 3rd time for the game. Players take a break. We will too. We'll be back right here on IRT Live.
RYDF helped us a lot with almost every tournament with the hotel. That it's one of the expenses. Without them, I don't think I could go to every tournament to play. Well, I love racquetball and I want to be the best. I want to be one of the youngest players to ever win a title or the US Open.
Too much. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Pablo wants to make me think too much today.
I know.
Jordi Alonso with his 3rd opportunity to win game 1. He's serving 14-10. Sam Bredenbeck in the back. Quarterfinal match goes to the forehand short serve. Winner of this match will take on Sam Murray later on today. Left it up. Sidewall pass. Game 1 in the books. Ladies and gentlemen, 15-5. Players will take a break. We'll be back for the start of game 2 right here on IRT Live.
15-10 anyway.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell. Retailers, shopping channels, and now even banks have tried canceling myself and my pillow. Well, during these times, your support has meant everything to us. My employees and I want to personally thank each and every one of you by passing the savings directly on to you. For a limited time, you can get my brand new product, My Slippers, for 50% off. That's the lowest price ever. And remember, My Slippers come with an exclusive 4-layer design. These layers combine to give you amazing comfort and support and help reduce stress on your feet. And with the durable indoor-outdoor sole, you can wear My Slippers anytime, anywhere. I personally guarantee these will be the most comfortable slippers you'll ever own. So go to mypillow.com now and use the promo code on your screen or call the 1-800 number below to get My Slippers for 50% off, the lowest price in history. And if you do it right now, I'm going to include a free gift with your purchase. Thank you and God bless.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2. Jordi Alonso, check that score. Jordi Alonso won game 1, 15-10, my bad. I want to say hello to everybody watching in the chat box. I want to thank you all for sharing, liking our post. I do appreciate it. Game 2 getting ready to start. Semifinal number 1 is set. Acuna. 2 versus 3. Jake Bredenbeck will take on Andres Acuna. That's at 3 p.m.
That's sure to be a good one. That'll be obviously a packed house, not only because of what round it's in, but just the fact that Jake is one of the hometown favorites.
Yeah, if you guys are watching and you're wondering why the schedule is like the way it is, we have a Hall of Fame banquet tonight that everyone needs to get to. This is going to come off the front wall. Wow, good shot right there. Point number 1, Jordi Alonso. So we'll have 2 semifinal matches starting at 3 o'clock. The first one, we already announced, Jake and Acuna. And the second one, Sam Murray will take on the winner of this match right here. Is it number 4, the birthday boy? Is it number 5? We shall see.
Yeah,
2 quick points.
Yeah, Sam's got to figure something out here pretty quick. Yeah, he looks like he's trying to get himself a little extra.
That's a good serve.
It's a really good serve.
And a swing and a miss. It's hitting that. That's what I was saying before. I don't know if you were on the broadcast when I think maybe it was when Lee was serving, was hitting that sidewall first. See that ball hit that back wall, spun towards the sidewall, and that's where the holdup is. And the difficulty. Good pinch kill. 4 quick points by Jordi Alonso. We saw Matt in game number 2, John Goff versus Sam Murray took a timeout at 4-1. He was exhausted.
Yeah, he was spent. And we, from us locals watching, John, you don't see that too often. So
yeah. Well, usually he's on the winning end of the rallies, and he's the one tiring out, the 6th seed, and here he was, the 8th seed coming in, taking on the fourth ranked player in the world.
Yeah. I can't even imagine what that was like, And then, of course, even when you think you got him out of position, you hit a shot, then they pull something off, and you just look like, come on. Really?
There's beautiful basics DTL by Jordi Alonso.
Yeah, he's starting to run away with this. Sam's got to get it back now.
He's real smooth. So, again, this is the first. I don't know if you watched Jordi play yesterday, if you were able to, because you had said he's someone you never seen. What do you think now after game 1? He's really getting in rhythm now.
Yeah, he's really smooth, and obviously he's got all the talent in the world. Again, you said he came from the San Luis Potosí.
San Luis Potosí.
That area, however you say it properly. I apologize for butchering that, but
I apologize for being white.
yeah, I apologize for not being from that area. So you can just see the natural talent in there, and of course he's worked his rear end off to get here too. So it's kind of
Well, both of these guys are extremely fit. That was a good pickup there.
unbelievable.
I think Sam didn't think he got that.
Yeah, now wouldn't be a bad time for that timeout in game 2 to try to gather yourself a little bit. You can see him starting to shake his head.
At 7-0.
Yep.
Sam didn't serve yet. I think this is still the first serve.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember.
I don't think there wasn't a side out yet.
I mean, Sam's got all the talent in the world to get back in it, but you can't let this get away too far, you know.
See, that to
There
me
we go.
constituted a replay. Timeout on the court. We'll take a break. We'll be back right here on IRT Live.
Our YDF helped us a lot with almost every tournament with the hotel. That it's one of the expenses. Without them, I don't think I could go to every tournament to play. Well, I love racquetball and I want to be the best. I want to be one of the youngest players to ever win a title or the US Open.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Jordi Alonso serving game 2, 8-0. Setup, spins, forehand, straight in, and Sam takes the shot and misses it. They were very, very close there.
So what does Sam have to do to get back in this?
He literally just has to get a side out. That's all he really has to think about. I need to win a rally.
Yep.
I need to win a rally right now.
Yeah, every one of these guys have been in this position.
Correct.
You know? So
And Jordi looks very comfortable.
correct.
So he needs to make him uncomfortable. There's the rally. There's
Yep.
a bad serve from Jordi, came off the back wall, good adjustment from Sam Bredenbeck, stepped in, just nice, easy, didn't try to roll it, didn't try to pinch it. Jordi's in front of him, nice cross-court pass.
Sometimes it's kind of getting back to the basics is going to, take care of you. The flash shots are great, but
And now he
sometimes
needs to think of, I need a good serve, and it was short. But that was a 2-bounce get right there.
And from Jordi's perspective, when a situation's like this, what's going through his head? Is it just keep the pressure on and
Some players play too loose when they got a gigantic lead, and they allow their opponent to get back in the game.
Yep.
The better ones keep their foot on the gas and try to finish this action here.
and just get it done and move on?
And that's what Jordi's looking to do at
Yep.
12-0. That serve is difficult. And look at those wide angle passes. The ball's, again, touching that side wall just right behind Sam and slowing down. It's not coming off the back wall.
I mean, that's no easy feat to make it to make a player like Sam be struggling like this, because he's a phenomenal player, phenomenal kid,
And a great guy.
yeah. There we go. Now you got a side out. There's step 1. Step 2 is to try to get a serve in.
Better serve, yeah.
Yep.
He was drive serving well. That was a good serve. He's not getting the screen there. There's point
There you
number
go.
1.
Point number 1. There you go. That's sometimes all you need to get started.
But Jordi's kind of looking at where the ball's passing Sam, and the referee's looking at where it's hitting the back wall, and it's hitting the back wall pretty close to that corner. So that leads me to believe the angle's good. And maybe Jordi's leading to the forehand is not seeing it that well.
Correct.
But that ball it's in this quadrant over here. It's coming right to the corner. Second serve. 1 13.
That's one way to get a side out.
Matt, I think I saw you do that in your match before, no? You did one of those?
Yeah, exactly.
In your doubles match?
Yeah, only.
I did see one of the plays where your opponent ripped your forehand. He poked a backhand when you had your forehand ready to go. And it's a good thing he made the point because you would have been angry.
Not me. I never get angry.
Yeah. There's a nice serve again.
Yeah,
Side
it
wall,
is.
front, back wall, and then the side wall. Match point number 1 for Jordi Alonso, the 5 seed, looking to take out the 4 seed here in Fridley, Minnesota, at the Minnesota Racquetball Hall of Fame. Match point number 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 in the books. Jordi Alonso takes game 1, 15-10, 15-1 in game 2. Well, that's it for our quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, our semifinals are set. 3 p.m. Jake Bredenbeck taking on Andres Acuna. And now Big Canada. Canada will take on Mexico in the other one. Jordi Alonso will meet Sam Murray.
That'd be 2 really good matches.
Matt, we're going to see you for those 2 matches, that's for sure. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, at about 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. We'll be back right here on IRT Live.
Who passes the flag?